Hello, wonderful explorers of the universe. I'm Bella, your guide on this thrilling journey through the fabric of reality. Welcome back to another episode of Unraveling the New Energy Equation. If you're joining us for the first time, don't forget to catch up on the previous episodes. There are links in the description below. Today, we are embarking on an incredible adventure in episode 6 as we dive deep into the heart of the new energy equation. Up until now, we've been exploring different facets of this equation, understanding its components, and appreciating the sheer beauty of how it connects various aspects of our universe. Now, it's time to focus on something truly fundamental: the constants alpha, beta, and gamma. These aren't just Greek letters. They are the keys that unlock a deeper understanding of how this equation functions. They are like the fine tuners in a complex symphony, balancing the various elements and ensuring that everything is in harmony. So, why are alpha, beta, and gamma so crucial? Well, they play a significant role in balancing the components of the equation, ensuring that everything stays in equilibrium. Just like how the right amount of spices can make a dish absolutely perfect, these constants are what makes this equation not just math, but an expression of the interconnectedness of our universe. We have an absolutely exciting episode ahead where we'll explore the roles, interactions, and potential values of alpha, beta, and gamma in the new energy equation. So buckle up and let's jump right in. Don't forget, if you have any questions or thoughts, drop them in the comments section, and let's make this a collective exploration. So, let's get started. Before we get into alpha, beta, and gamma, it's important to understand what constants are in mathematics and physics. Constants are like the unchanging pillars of equations. They are values that remain fixed, and they help us make sense of various phenomena. For instance, the speed of light is constant, and that's crucial for understanding how our universe operates. Now, in the context of our new energy equation, alpha, beta, and gamma serve as constants. They are like the glue that binds different aspects of the equation together. Let's break it down. Here's the new energy equation. Notice alpha, beta, and gamma placed strategically within this mathematical expression. Alpha is positioned right here, acting as a multiplier for one of the components. Then we have beta over here, interacting with another part of the equation. And finally, gamma, which is nestled right in this spot. Together, these constants work in harmony, like a beautifully choreographed ballet, ensuring that all elements of the equation are balanced and in sync. So now you might be wondering, Bella, what's next? How do these constants actually affect the various elements of the equation? Excellent question. We're just getting started, and there's so much more to uncover. In our next segment, we'll dive into the potential values of these constants and how they play their part in balancing thoughts, consciousness, and emotional energies within this groundbreaking equation. Now that we've introduced alpha, beta, and gamma as constants, let's zoom in on alpha and understand its role in the new energy equation. Here we have alpha. The position of alpha in the equation suggests that it has a direct relationship with thoughts, which is represented by T. Thoughts are incredibly powerful. They shape our perceptions, decisions, and actions. But how does alpha interact with thoughts? Well, alpha might act as a scaling factor or a modifier for thoughts. This could mean that it affects the intensity, frequency, or some other aspect of thoughts. For instance, when alpha is high, it might amplify the effect of thoughts within the equation. Conversely, when alpha is low, it might reduce the impact. But what values can alpha take? Could it be a fraction, a whole number, or even a negative number? Different values of alpha could affect the balance of the equation in diverse ways. For example, a high positive value might imply intense, focused thoughts, while a negative value could represent some sort of inversion or opposition in thought processes. The significance of these values is paramount, as they could have various implications on how thoughts interact with consciousness and emotional energies in the equation. So, alpha is not just a number. It's a gateway to understanding the complexities of thoughts within the fabric of the new energy equation. Let's continue to peel back the layers. In the next segment, we'll dive into the next constant beta and explore its role in the new energy equation. Okay, let's explore the next constant in our equation, which is beta. As you can see here, beta is closely associated with consciousness, represented by the letter C in the equation. Consciousness is an intricate concept that encompasses our awareness, perceptions, and sense of self. But how does beta come into play? Just like alpha was related to thoughts, beta might act as a modifier for consciousness. This could mean that it affects the depth, clarity, or some other aspect of consciousness. For example, when beta is high, it might indicate heightened consciousness or enhanced awareness. When beta is low, it might suggest subdued or limited consciousness. Now let's talk about the potential values that beta can have. Similar to alpha, beta could take various forms, like fractions, whole numbers, or even negative values. Each value could represent different states or qualities of consciousness. This is incredibly important because it helps us understand how consciousness interacts with thoughts and emotional energies within the equation. Beta, therefore, can be seen as a key to unlocking the mysteries of consciousness and how it weaves into the greater tapestry of the new energy equation. Now that we've explored alpha and beta, let's dive into our final constant, gamma. In our equation, gamma is associated with emotional energies, which is represented by the letter E. Emotional energies encompass a wide range of emotions, from joy and love to anger and sorrow. The constant gamma could be thought of as an amplifier or regulator for these emotional energies. For instance, a higher value of gamma might imply intense or amplified emotions, whereas a lower value could suggest subdued or more controlled emotional states. Just as with alpha and beta, gamma can take on a variety of values. This flexibility in values enables gamma to represent the diverse spectrum of human emotions. Interestingly, the values of gamma can also affect how emotional energies interact with thoughts and consciousness. For example, strong emotional energies might influence the clarity of our thoughts or the depth of our consciousness. So, you see, gamma plays a vital role in representing the dynamic nature of emotions within the new energy equation and helps us to understand the complex interplay between thoughts, consciousness, and emotions. It's truly fascinating how these three constants, alpha, beta, and gamma, act as the fine-tuners in this magnificent equation, each shedding light on different aspects of our being and the universe. I hope you're as thrilled as I am about the potential these constants hold in helping us unravel the mysteries of reality through the new energy equation. Having explored alpha, beta, and gamma individually, let's now look at how these constants work together within the new energy equation. One thing to keep in mind is that alpha, beta, and gamma don't operate in isolation. They are like the three musketeers of our equation, each contributing and adjusting in tandem to balance both the physical and abstract components of reality. Let's think about a hypothetical scenario. Imagine a situation where the constant alpha, associated with thoughts, increases. This might signify heightened mental activity or focused thinking. What do you think happens to beta and gamma? Well, an increase in alpha might necessitate adjustments in beta and gamma to maintain equilibrium. For example, beta could decrease to compensate for the increased mental energy, reflecting a momentary dip in consciousness. Meanwhile, gamma might adjust to represent changes in emotional energies. It's like a delicate dance where each of the constants moves and adjusts in response to changes in the others, striving to keep a harmonious balance. This leads us to an important realization. The constants alpha, beta, and gamma are crucial in achieving and maintaining balance within the new energy equation. They act like tuning knobs, ensuring that the various elements in the equation are in harmony with each other. This interplay between the constants is not just a mathematical concept. It echoes the intricate balance that exists in our lives and the universe. By understanding the delicate equilibrium managed by alpha, beta, and gamma, we gain insights into the fascinating dance between thoughts, consciousness, and emotions in the fabric of reality. We've covered a lot in today's episode, so let's take a moment to recap what we've learned about these intriguing constants, alpha, beta, and gamma in the new energy equation. Firstly, we discussed how alpha is thought to be connected to our thoughts and how it adjusts within the equation. Then we explored beta and its association with consciousness. And lastly, we dove into gamma and how it may relate to emotional energies. Importantly, we learned that these constants don't act in isolation. They're part of a delicate interplay, each adjusting and contributing to the equilibrium of the energy equation. In episode 7, we'll continue exploring the new energy equation. You don't want to miss it. But before we go, I really want to hear from all of you. What do you think about alpha, beta, and gamma? How do you see them interacting in your own life? I encourage you to share your thoughts and interpretations of these constants in the comments below. And if you're up for a challenge, why not experiment with the equation and see what insights you can uncover? If you've enjoyed this episode and want to keep exploring with us, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any future episodes. You can also follow us on social media for more content and discussions. Thank you so much for joining me today in this deep dive into the new energy equation. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay curious.